All right, joining us now is good Lord. Goodness gracious almighty. Here we go. Joining us now, he's a running back for Michigan State, he's junior, honorable mention, all Big Ten in 2023. This year gets to play under the stewardship of Jonathan Smith. Nate Carter joining us now. Thanks for taking a few minutes for us, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, having a lot of fun here. So thanks for having me on. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
I've got big questions, non-football related for you right out of the gate, though.
All right.
There's congratulations in order. You got
Thank
married
you.
this offseason?
Yes, I did.
Hey,
yes, I did. May 18th.
Congratulations, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We were talking about this before you came on that already you heading into your junior year of playing football at Michigan State, already more mature than I was in college, probably more mature than I am now, and I've been married for over a decade. So congratulations to you, young man. That is awesome, and congratulations on starting that journey.
Thank you.
There's another journey that you have gone on in your football career, though. You transferred from UConn after an injury your sophomore year, got a medical red shirt. What was the driving force for you staying with Jonathan Smith at Michigan State when he was hired and saying, no, I'm gonna stick with the Spartans? Because it is easy for guys to say, no, I get an opportunity to transfer again in a place an opportunity to go and play somewhere else.
Yeah, no doubt. And it wasn't even necessarily with the football aspect of it. I love Michigan State as a culture. I love the campus. I love just being in Michigan State Spartan, is walking to class and seeing people. Like it's the rich family history that led me to stay here. And whether it was Coach Smith or whether it was anybody else, I probably would have stayed here regardless. And it was just such an amazing opportunity for me to be able to see Coach Smith when he first got here and to interact with him in that way. And I always tell people all the time, like, you want to go to a school where when the game is taken away from you, you still would enjoy going there. And for me, Michigan State is that place.
I'm going to hit you with the actual football question as it pertains to Coach Smith. He's had a lot of success with running backs in his coaching career. What excites you about playing for him now and kind of understanding what his background is and what the success he has had with other running backs?
Yeah, no doubt. I think that, like you said, he has a very, very long history of running backs being successful, and that's based off his offense as well. Coach Smith's offense and has done a great job of implementing running backs in all aspects of the game. And for me, it's exciting because I get to, come to experience different offenses and learn more about the game in that way, and also to be able to be versatile and use all my abilities to help our team win. And not only that, but I also have a great running back coach, Coach KB. Shout out to him, who's helped me grow in my football knowledge, helped me grow as a football player, and helped me grow as a man. So it's a blessing to have Coach Smith and his staff come in and to help me grow in that aspect.
You have now played in 3 different styles of offenses and 3 different verbiages, and everybody says, when you play the game of football and you're learning a new offense, it's like learning a new language. What has this learning curve been like for you as Coach Smith comes in and starts implementing his offense in East Lansing?
Yeah, it's been a lot more simpler than I would say people would usually answer, and that's because I have played in 3 different offenses, and I have learned more about the game with experimenting in all those different offenses. I learned more about how different coaches call different things and how different things are blocked and how different things are ran. I feel like my football IQ has grown a lot because I have that much more experience in these different offenses, and that never stops. I've seen in the NFL, God willing, I go there one day, I will learn more about football offenses and other things like that. So I would say the transition has been a lot easier, and that's thanks also to Coach Smith and his staff of helping it make it simple for us guys that stayed on the offensive side of the ball for us to interpret it and to understand it way better, so we can be able to execute on the field.
On the football IQ side of things, a talking point that's come up a couple times already is the return of college football 25, the video game. Are you a video game guy at all?
Back in the day I was.
Okay.
Back in the day I was.
Are you going to pick up the sticks again?
I don't know. I mean, being a new married man, there's not much time to play. Not much time to play much video games. I kind of put video games behind me when I started playing football in college. But who knows? Once in a while, I might pick up the controls and play when I get bored or something.
Do you look at this? Do you understand the idea of using it for a learning tool? Do you think that there's value in that? Because there's been more than a few people that have discussed that kind of as a talking point.
Yeah, I do. I think it's when you experiment with different defenses and packages, and obviously on the offense side of the ball, the same thing. Like you can gain a lot of football knowledge from that. And I wouldn't be surprised if you had football coaches, especially on offense side of the ball, copy the plays and run them in their own offense. That's just how it is. And I think that you can definitely gain a lot of knowledge and basic football IQ playing those games like that. So yeah, I would agree with that.
Michigan State running back Nate Carter is our guest. Coming with Jonathan Smith were a few of his guys from Oregon State. Jack Velling, who's there at Big Ten Media Days with you. But what has been your first impressions of quarterback Aiden Childs, who there was a lot of buzz and hype around him in Corvallis, now in East Lansing? What was spring ball like with number 2?
Man, spring ball was great. It was amazing to see how a guy can come here and just be a part of the family and a part of the culture. And for us, Aiden's a great leader. He's athletic. He can do all the things that a quarterback, top-level quarterback needs to do in order to be successful. And he's done a great job of leading our team well, leading our offense well. And I think that he's young, and that's amazing for him to be that young and also yet that mature to be able to lead us as an offense. And I'm excited to see him continue to perform for us and ultimately lead us into the goals that we want to accomplish this year.
Kind of along the maturity standpoint, there's a change, I think, in college football of kind of expectations and what's allowed of young men in the sport, not only with NIL, but you've got your own podcast, and now you're clearly I think more mature than most people are at that age, being married while playing
Thank
college
you.
football and doing a podcast, being
Yeah.
a content creator. It's what we do kind of every day. What has that kind of process been like for you in being able to kind of link everything together?
It's been great for me. It's been great, and I'm blessed that I have the opportunity to use my platform as a student athlete to show others that I'm not just an athlete. I'm not just a football player here at Michigan State, but I'm a man. I'm a human. I'm a husband before all that. So having these platforms like being married, having a podcast, doing all this content stuff, it's amazing for me to be able to share with people what I care about outside of football, and to share people who I am, my own personality, and it's a way for me to interact with fans and with other people as well. So I think it's great, and it's one of the joys that I have personally.
We know you're not a gamer. We know you're married. What is life outside of football like for Nate Carter? What do you
Life
like to
outs-
do? What are the hobbies?
Yeah, I'm a big reader. I love to read. I love to walk and go on hikes. I love just the scenery of the world. Like I like to be on water. I like to go on big hikes and just climb to the top of the mountains and just see God's beautiful creation. I love to do things like that. I love to hang out with friends. Obviously, I love to hang out with my wife and family. And I'm kind of a laid back type of guy. People call I'm a homebody. So if I'm not on a football field training or doing anything like that. 9 times out of 10, I'm at home watching a movie or going on a hike somewhere, or doing something like that. So that's personally what I enjoy doing, and yeah, that's just who I am.
Friday, October 4th, you and the Michigan State Spartans head out west and you come to Eugene for the Oregon Ducks in Autzen Stadium. You've already gotten an opportunity to play in Ohio State in the Horseshoe. This year you go to Autzen and you go to the Big House. What is it like for you when you run out into an opposing stadium? Because hostile environments are nothing new to Big Ten football.
Yeah, I personally love it. Like, I love playing at Spartan Stadium, but one of my favorite things I love to do is also play at away stadiums and be able to be to experience it. There's so many great stadiums out here, like you just mentioned, Ohio State, and we played at Iowa last year, and that was a electric stadium. Obviously, playing and having the opportunity to play in Eugene, like these are all huge blessings, and I love playing these stadiums. I love having our back against the wall and adversity being with us, and I love the loud crowds. That's just what college football is about, and like you want to be able to experience that, and if you want to be able to experience that, then the Big Ten is where it's at.
Before we let you go, Nate, I got to ask you, what does Jonathan Smith look like in green? Because he's been a guy who's always worn orange. He was at Boise State. He was at Oregon State. He had time up at UW. Green has been like the color he's been allergic to his entire life. Does he look good in green? Can he pull green off?
Oh, he could definitely pull green off. Green is most definitely his color, no doubt.
I love it. Nate, have a great season, and best of luck to you and best of health, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. God bless.
Yeah, take care, Nick.
There he is, Nate Carter, running back, Michigan State. Boy,
That kid is too mature for his own age.
Dude, and the pipes.
yeah,
Great voice.
Sweet,
Yeah.
fancy
Yeah.
Moses.
yeah, that guy.
He's going to be a successful podcaster at bare minimum.
I think he's going to be successful
At
in
everything.
whatever he
Yeah.
wants to do.
No, just incredible.
And
That's a heck of a young man.
that's a guy who is going to thrive under Jonathan Smith from a football aspect and from non-football as well.
You know what
was
he reminds me of is
that was
Utah corner.
Clark Phillips.
Clark Phillips.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Wow. Impressive young man.
Yeah.
That was Nate Carter, Michigan State running back. He's going to get a lot of touches for Jonathan Smith and the Michigan State Spartans this year. Again, they come to Eugene and Autzen Stadium on October 4th. A Friday night game for the Ducks in the Spartans and Jonathan Smith's return to the state of Oregon.